Hi, and welcome back to MyExcelOnline.com. Today we are going to go over the basic if function in Microsoft Excel. So let me just show you where we're planning on going today. Here is our completed spreadsheet. So the first if scenario that we are going to evaluate is whether or not the color of the shirt is blue or not. So if you look in column E, you can see that we have blue and a yes if it's blue, or a no if it is not blue. Next, we will show you how to not use an equal sign, but a greater than sign. So in this column, we will be evaluating whether or not over 100 items have been sold from this column right here in total sales. So if it's over 100, it'll say yes, and if it's below 100, it will say no. And this third one here is a little more complicated. What we are planning on doing here is some date evaluation to figure out whether or not the month and the day in this column is equal to the month and the day of today. And if so, we're going to write send greeting, and if not, we are going to write no greeting. Also, we will have some additional training options for you at the end of this video, so stick around for that. What exactly is the if function? Well, the if function is a built-in function inside of Excel that takes 3 arguments. The first argument is a logical test, and that usually is whether or not something equals something else, or something is greater than something else, or something's less than something else. This logical test can be anything that returns a true or a false. The second argument for the if statement is, what do you want to return if that logical test is true? So think of that as our true value. And then the third argument is, what do you want to return if our logical test is false? So that will be in the third argument. So how do we go about using this? Okay, so first, let's start right here with whether or not the clothing we have over here for sale is blue. So if I click over here and I type equals if with a left parenthesis, and what is my logical test going to be here? Well, it's going to be if this cell, so I'm going to click on this cell, equals, and then in double quotes, I'm going to type blue, and then close my double quotes, and then type a comma. So if it equals blue, here I would like to put yes in double quotes if my value is true. Otherwise, in double quotes, I'm going to put no. Close my quotes, close my parenthesis, and hit enter. And yes, this is blue. So that is the value that should be there. Now, if I click on E2 and I look at this small square right here on the bottom right-hand corner of my selected cell, and if I double click that, I can autofill my formula all the way down. And I can see this is not blue, this is not. So my if function is calculating correctly.
If you are liking this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button to get notified when we release our weekly videos.
Okay, for our second example, we are going to evaluate whether or not these sales are greater than 100. So this time we won't be using the equal sign, but we will be using the greater than sign. So if I click here in E2 and I type equals if with a left parenthesis, my logical test is whether or not this number here in D2, so I'm going to click D2, is greater than 100. Then I'm going to type a comma. If that is true, in double quotes, I'm going to write yes. Otherwise, I'm going to type a comma, and if it's false, in double quotes, I'm going to type no, close my parentheses, and hit enter. And again, if I click in E2 and go for this square at the bottom right-hand corner of my cell and double click, I can now see that my formula has been copied down, and my yeses here are for the ones that are over 100 items. And so finally, for our last example of whether or not to send a greeting, if I click here in C2 and I type equals if with a left parenthesis, and in this case, I'm going to use the date function. So if I type date with a left parenthesis, I will be asked for a year, a month, and a day. So for the year, I just need this year to be the current year, because I'm not looking to match the birth year. I'm only looking to match the birth month and the birth day. So for the year argument right here, I'm going to type year with a left parenthesis. And for the number of the year, I'm just going to type today with a left parenthesis and a right parenthesis to be the today function. And then I need to close my parentheses for the year function. And then let's type a comma. And then I can do the same thing for month and year. So now I'm going to type month for the month function and a left parenthesis. But this time, instead of saying today, I want to pull the month from what's in B2. So I'm going to click on that and close my parenthesis. And then I'm going to type another comma, and the date function is finally going to ask for the day. So now I'm going to say day with a left parenthesis, click B2, close my parentheses. So now I have the year, the month, and the day entered for my date function. And I need one more parenthesis to close my date function. Okay, so that's my date function. And then if that equals today with the left and right parentheses. So if today's year, the month that is in B2, and the day that is in B2 is equal to today, then I'm going to type a comma. And then in double quotes, I'm going to type send greeting, close my quotes, and then type a comma. But if it is not equal to today, then in double quotes, I'm going to put no greeting. Close my double quotes, close my parenthesis, and hit enter. And then if I click on C2 and double click right here at that square on the bottom right-hand corner and autofill all the cells beneath, I can see that the only ones sending a greeting for are the ones on November 2nd, which is today. So hopefully that gives you a good introduction as to how you can use the if statement in Microsoft Excel. If you would like more information on this, you can visit our blog, and I will include the link to that in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below as well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.
If you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel and Office, join our Academy online course and access more than 1,000 video training tutorials so that you can advance your level and get the promotions, pay raises, or new jobs. The link to join our Academy online course is in the description.
If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're really serious about advancing your Microsoft Excel skills so you can stand out from the crowd and get the jobs, promotions, and pay rises that you deserve, then click up here and join our Academy online course today.